Hello, everyone. Hold on one sec. Uh, just want to get on here right quick because what happened earlier today that I'm just coming to understand now. Uh, when I got up, I was just talking to God and asking Him for His help uh, and understanding this and how I should do this last part of this with Genesis chapter 42. And, just have a better understanding of what's going on because I know that there was a lot of things that I wasn't seeing, wasn't understanding, uh, and that I wanted to understand because I knew that he wanted me to and us to. So just talking to him. And early this morning when I got up, the first thing that come to me was, hear me out here, Lord. First thing that come to me as I had my hands on the Bible, I was like this, I had my Bible, and I was just, my head bowed, just praying to him, talking to him. And it came to me to read Genesis chapter 44 backwards. I mean, the start from Genesis chapter 44, go to Genesis chapter 43, and then go to Genesis chapter 42. So it came to me to read them, but to take and go backwards. So as I got to reading them, and I went to going backwards, I was sitting up there, and I found a couple of things in there that really kind of spoke to me, but I really wasn't getting what it was that was being said to me because I had been constantly studying this. So I was trying to figure out why was I being told to go backwards. So only thing that I come up with at first was to take and break the numbers down. So 44 would be 8, 43 would be 7, and 42 would be 6. So I said, okay, I kind of understand that right there, So later on, I'm doing what I'm doing. Then, I go to talking to him again. I just say a little prayer, in the shower. I was in the shower this time, forgive me. I was in the shower this time, and this is what happened. Because I wasn't going to say anything about this because I know that I'm fighting with a bunch of witches and warlocks and people just trying to push stuff in my soul and my spirit that's not true. But the only thing that got me about this is this right here. What I was told to read and to write down after I got out of the shower didn't start speaking to me until after I was told to read Ezekiel chapter 33, Ezekiel chapter 34, and Ezekiel chapter 35. And soon I started reading Ezekiel chapter 35. I understood why I was told to read what I was told to read this morning. So let me just say what come to me, and I'm not saying that was Lord. I'm just telling y'all what come to me while I was taking a shower. This is what happened. 2:10:24, 2:16 p.m. As I took my shower, I began to speak to Father Yahweh, asking him for his forgiveness once again, asking him to reveal what it is that I'm doing that's causing this cursed spirit of Ivan to continue to vex my soul. As I asked this, I started to hear death will hit hard by the end of March. I then asked him, why do I always receive things that are bad? I then was reminded, okay, I wrote, I and being reminded, I then began to be reminded, right about the two periods. Okay, I then began to be reminded about the 2 periods of 7 message. I was writing kind of fast. And how there's good and evil in it. Anyway, as I heard death by the end of March, I began to wonder if it is Father Yahweh or one of his angels speaking to me. As I began to wonder this, I asked, is it really you, Father, or someone else? I was then told about a plague that was on its way. So I asked him, if it's you, why am I not being told what I need to do to be prepared for it? I was told I will be okay, but many around me and that I've been warning will be in trouble. I then seen the angel in the white gown. The angel seemed to go straight through me. As it did, I seen darkness come up off of me, darkness come out of me. I then was told to read John chapter 14 and Ezekiel chapter 33, 34, and 35. So as I began, this is the only reason why I'm on here. As I began to read Ezekiel 33, I got kind of upset because when I got to verse 2, out of all these, I've been reading this for over a decade. After all these years of reading this, when I got to verse 2, I got upset. It says, verse 2, it says, in chapter 33, it says, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coat and say, here for the watchman, and then when I say, if finally him, I'm like, okay, if the people choose, it said right, if the people of the land take a man, so that's like saying choose of their coat, and they say him for a watchman. When they hit me, I say, okay, Lord, I don't, if you're not calling me to be a watchman, and someone that's, you calling to deliver messages, I don't want to be called by them. I'd rather not be involved with this in any kind of way, because there's too many people that's being called by men that you're not speaking to, and they got all this other stuff going. I don't want no parts of it. If it's dumb, then you know what I mean. I'm asking you to undo it, break the ties to them, and now I just got real upset. And then as I continued to read, because something come to me just going in and finish reading it like I was told. So as I continued to read it, because I was real upset, I got to verse 7, and it said in verse 7, So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman. I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the words at my mouth and warn them for me. Okay? And so I said, okay, well, when it get hit to verse 7, I know 7 is God's number too. And then when I seen how many words there was in this, saying this, it's 31. 31 breaks down to 4. Not only that, but you can get the 4 in this verse. You can all verse with the chapter, because it's chapter 33, the verse is 7 times 6 is because 33 breaks down to 6 and 7 equals, you get to 6 and 7 there, that's the year we in. That breaks down to 13, that breaks down to 4. Then you get 4 right here with the 31 words, that breaks down to 4. Okay? And then when you take and okay, 6 and 7, 13, 4. I got the paper. Anyway, you get 4 in here. It's the middle. It's 5 parts. I should be able to do it right quick, because, okay, come on, Lord, come on. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You get 9 right there. So 9 and 4 equals 13, and 13 takes and equals 4 again. So you got 4 in the middle with the 9 and the verse, or the 9 and the words. With the 4 that comes from the 4 that come from the 6 and 7, that makes 13. So you got that 4 there. Then you got the 9 that's in the middle. Okay, and when you break down all the words too, all the letters and words, you get 4 again. So it's giving confirmation to itself either way that it go. You get the 4 out of that verse, but you also get the 4 out of verse 2. Triple 4s again. So you got 40 words that breaks down to 4. You got the 2 in the middle. 2 and 2 is 4. And then when you take and you break down everything, you get 4 again. So when all that happened, I said, okay, maybe this is God that speaking. So I go on and I read chapter 33, read chapter 34. When I get to chapter 35, I get to reading it. Chapter 35 said, moreover, the words of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesied against it, and say unto it, thus said the Lord God, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and will stretch out my hand against thee, and will make thee most desolate. When I got there, it hit me, bam. This morning you was told to take and read Genesis chapter 44 and go backwards to 43 and then go to 42. And now you're being told to read Ezekiel chapter 33, 34, and 35. When I get to 35, it hit me. It's the same number from this morning, just turned around. Same exact number, just turned around. And when I get to it, the number that you get, no, it's real important. I hope they get the number that you get. Oh, come on. The number that you get when you take and do this, remember from this morning, you got 44, which breaks down to 8. You got 43, which breaks down to 7. So you're going 8, 7, and then 42, 6. You're going 8, 7, 6. Okay? Because you're going from the 44 on down. And then later on, I'm being told to read Ezekiel 30, 33, 34, and 35, but I'm being told to read them in that order. So you got 33 being broke down to 6. Get this. You got 34 being broke down to 7. And then you got 35 being broke down to 8. And the revelation of this come to me as I was taking and reading 35, the last one. Before then, I wasn't getting why I was being told to read that this morning or this. Okay? So when you take and you put both of them numbers, one, you put the 876 on top and the 678 on the bottom. Okay? Because the last thing I was told to read was Ezekiel 33, 34, and 35. So I still haven't finished reading Ezekiel 35 because soon I got down to that verse right there. It hit me. So I took and I put the one on top and one on the bottom. Then something told me, this ain't no lie, something said, do Egyptian adding. And in Egyptian adding, you don't carry the 1 or the 2 or whatever is left over. You go 8 plus 6 is 14. You don't carry nothing. 7 plus 7 is 14. 6 plus 8 is 14. You get 4, 4, 4 out of this. I hope y'all hear me. You get 4, 4, 4 out of this. Now, like I said, when I was in the shower, I was being told devil hit hard. I'm being told another plague of viruses getting ready to hit. And I've been constantly told this. I'm being constantly reminded about what I was told in 2020. And like I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't going to get on here and say anything at all, period. Then I got to reading that, and they hit me to take and do that. It was like, it was waiting. It was waiting for me to start reading this to reveal why. And like I said, I still ain't finished reading this chapter. And I know that a lot of people want to make me look bad and all that, but it's okay. Because if it ain't God and it was man that called me, I want to be exposed. I wanted to be exposed that the spirit is not of God. Okay? I wanted to be exposed that it's not God that's talking. And if it is God that's talking, he's going to do just what he said in Ezekiel 33, verse 7. Now, I'm not saying that it was God. All I'm saying is this is what come to me in the shower. And in the shower, angels seemed like it walked through me and darkness come up off me. Then I was told to read Ezekiel 33, 34, and 35. Okay. Now, 2020, I was given a message about people that had escaped the last virus, whatnot, wouldn't escape the judgment that was coming in 23, 24, and 25. And if people really just be honest, there was a lot of stuff happening last year. A lot of judgment going on, you know. And now I'm being told, you know what I mean, there's finna be some more. And everything that I'm finding in this 2 Peers 7 message, it has blessings in there, but it also speaks about some hard times, bad times that's getting ready to come. It's both. And like I said, if I take and do the regular ed, you don't get it. But something come to me, do an Egyptian ed in this. So if I would have took and went 8, 7, 6, 6, 7, 8, and I would have went 14 carried a 1, that would have been 15, 7 plus 7 plus 1 is 15 carried a 1. So we'd have had 1554. This is the first time I did this. Now, here it is. Another number that showed up in something that I did the other day. And not only did it show up in something that I did the other day, the very next day after that, because I asked God today, I said, Lord, if you just still talking to me, give me a sign. He always give me a sign. I said, I know I'm always asking for signs and stuff like that. I know you get tired of us asking for signs. The very next day, this number that I didn't even know this number was going to show up here. And that's the truth. Y'all that had this sermon would know it. Spirit of Ivan is present now. Spirit is evil, y'all. I mean, it's in many people in the church. A whole lot of people in the church. And there's people that be astral projecting and operating as monitoring spirit. Look how I stretch my face. Look. Purity evil. I know this might make some of y'all not want to listen, but I'm telling y'all, if this is God that's speaking to me, people need to be getting prepared. People need to be seeking him so they can hear. People need to be in places that's not doing all this nonsense in the church, but in places where they know that God's spirit is moving. Not always talking about this prosperity stuff. I'm tired of being broke. And that might make a lot of people not want to listen to me because I don't got nothing to show for all these things that God is saying. But believe me, I could have been rich many times. And it's coming if it's him. But I need to stress to y'all, I just did this. With Ed and both of them for the first time. I did it with the Egyptian Ed because it came to me to do that. This number that you get from that 1554, it just come out the other day straight on the lottery after I had already found it the day before and asked God to give me confirmation. Anyway, I'm not going to hold y'all up. I didn't get on here to do no long thing. But y'all need to stop and think about this. Y'all need to stop and think about this. Here it is. We getting the 444 out of what I was told. The last time it did that was in 2020. And I was being told to read something different, with these same chapters. But it was something else went along with it. I think it was Isaiah chapter 6, and I got to read that too. I forgot to read it yesterday. But if this is the Lord, the way that all these numbers is pointing towards a judgment coming, a famine coming, and other things coming, we need to be prepared. And people say, I thought you said God might be the year of salvation. Yes, I feel that at the same time God going to be moving and delivering. He's going to be blessing people. We're going to see supernatural here. I believe he's going to be doing both. But there's no doubt in my mind, if these numbers are truly, truly lining up with this, every time I see it line up like this, something happens. It's not one time. If y'all go back and watch any videos level, when they line up like this, and I've been giving a message like this, the stuff didn't happen. Not one. Now, I admit there's some things that I've said and it's still to come because I was told in 2020 that it was going to be something that escaped the COVID thing that wouldn't escape the judgment that was coming. And I was told that this video on there, I don't got nobody to help me find my videos to keep up with it and all this, that, and the other, but I ain't took down there one of them. Any video that been took down on mine, they done took it down. In 2019 and at the beginning of 2020, I posted a video where I told y'all I seen many, many graves being dug. I seen bodies piled up. You know, posted the video. They took the video down. I told y'all I seen the spirit with the black hat and the black face digging holes, bodies just stacked up and built up. All that happened in 2020. Okay? Now, something I wasn't going to say nothing about either. But if this is God, I'm seeing the same thing I was seeing before. Darkness going into the churches. Okay? I'm seeing death spirit riding across the country and other places around the world. Constantly seeing the same thing. And yes, if it's not God, then reveal it. I don't know if it was God or not, but I was told 3 major things was going to happen over in the Middle East before June. 3 major things, you know. So, and the way that these numbers is lining up, they haven't lied yet. So I'm going to read Isaiah and get off of this. Oh, this 20 minutes already. I can't believe this, man. I try, Lord, keep it short. I know a lot of people don't. And please, this is a video that Prophetess Tish Montgomery posted the other day about when all hell break out. I've been trying to find it again so I can take and repost it. But she speaks in there about, you know, adultery and people idolizing men and women, making them their God. I gave a warning about that in the video that I gave yesterday, even before I watched the video. It just shows that other people are seeing these same things and they're speaking out about it. Yeah, we got to be careful about doing that. God don't like that. If you pay attention, soon they did that with the 3 statues with Kobe Bryant, or one statue of Kobe Bryant. The earthquake came. Soon the very next door. If you take and you add up the 2 earthquakes that came, if you take and add up the 2 earthquakes that came, look at this: 5.7, 4.6. Okay, 6 and the 7 is 3, right? We carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 4 is 10. So you go, 1 and 0 is 1. Then you go 1 and 3 equals 4. A 4 showed in that. Okay? 4 showed in that. How you doing, Pastor Jackson? 4 showed in that. That's a sign. Then you get another 4 out of that because the day that it happened on the 9th. 4 and 9 equals 13 equals 4 again. So you got 2 4s. Third 4 has to show up. Third 4 has to show up. So I'm just getting on here, giving y'all this one. I'm finna finish reading Ezekiel 35. And the first things that I was ever told to take and read constantly and continuously was Ezekiel 33, 34, and 35. It started out with Ezekiel 34 for about 3-4 months, and then it got added on 34 and 35, and I read them for a few years, and then it started coming to me by Ezekiel 8 and 9, but it's right back to the same thing again. And this is happening just like it happened in 2019 coming into 2020. Now, I don't know if they done added something in the video that I did on 1/7/2020. You know, because some of my videos, when I get to listen to them, certain stuff ain't there. And I know I spoke about it. But I spoke about that 444 in there and that 333. I spoke about both of them. You know, so it's like I said, the last 4, because we already 2 of them, President Trump 4, Biden 4, and we're coming up on the 3rd 4 right now. And I just showed y'all where the 45th president, if he become the 47th, you get 92. And I showed y'all Biden ran again with the 46, you also get the same thing, 92. Okay? I showed y'all about that in Jeremiah with the middle. Okay? There's no coincidence about this. And if you pay attention to the way that some of these men and these women of God are talking about this election, it's demonic. I ain't talking about people in the world. I'm talking about men and women of God. I'm sitting up here begging the Lord to say something to me. Lord, what's really going on with this? And keep on telling me everything I got to say is in my word. And even in the word that he's giving me about the 2 periods of 7, it keep on pointing back to the 46 and 44. I'm sitting up there like, and then I'm finding these same numbers in the middle. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been finding the 45, someone I'm sitting up here saying, Lord, is this really you? And then at time, I find the 46 in the middle and on the outside in the verses that's really speaking. And see, I'm not looking at it in a way that most people would if they was doing this. Okay, it's showing me who can win. I'm looking at it, the whole thing. Here it is, God speaking about famine in here. He's speaking about trouble in here. But he also speaking about blessings. And he also warning. When these verses where the 46 and 45 shows up, I'm going to show you one of them when I get ready to do this on Genesis 42 and 7. But I'm going to get off it. This already been too long, but we need to pay attention to this. And there's a full missing from the 2 earthquakes that happened yesterday. And I can't shake this what I'm picking up in the Pacific or the Indian Ocean. I can't shake it. I done tried. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's wrong with me, or what. I can't shake it, y'all. And I done seen one of the wedges lift up off the West Coast. I seen that about a week and a half ago. Then last year, I seen another wedge. So it's 2 wedges on the West Coast that's open. I done seen all kinds of demons being released in the atmosphere. So I gave it. I wasn't going to come on here, and I ain't going to say that God told me to give it, but I have been told every time that I give a message, read Isaiah chapter 6, verse 1 to 9. I hear you saying I'm not. And like I said, if it's not God, then it should be exposed. I'm not going to run and hide behind the mistakes I made, but when I got to chapter 35 and I got to reading of it, I swear that talked to me like that. Before then, I was wondering why I'm being told to read this. You telling me to take and read it one way and then take and get it, and then you got me going back, something that I understand, but I went backwards and didn't really understand nothing, but it had 876 in it. And then when I was told to read Ezekiel 33, 34, and 35, I'm sitting up here like, okay, I can get upset because I'm sitting up here. I don't want to be on no call because a woman that called me. No. Too much of that. I don't want no parts of it. I'd rather walk away from all of it than my calling or what I think God want me to do coming from a man or woman. Because anything man or woman can give you, they can take away. Okay? And anything that God give you, God can take and help you to understand it and to walk in. And that's what I'm hoping if he gave it to me. But I don't want to be no one that's taking and misleading any of y'all. It's enough of it. And I'm telling you, if nothing else I say, believe this. It's some stuff getting ready to come our way. And it's going to start manifesting in a powerful way in these next 18 to 21 months. It's 21 months from now to the end of September, okay? So between now and the 18, guys, the way that the 18 and the 21 is showing up, I understand it, okay? Somewhere in between that time, between there, we're going to be seeing stuff that's going to be letting us know. And I'm going to say that bold. We're going to be seeing stuff that should be telling people, hey, it's time to start getting, nothing wrong with you. Because I ain't going to lie, I get some money. I'm going camping, I'm going fishing, but at the same time, I'm going to be stacking up. I want to give me some money, give me a generator, because something to go down with the power, no doubt, at all. These storms finna get worse, way worse. Anyway, let me get up off of here, man. I mean, for me to just take and sit up here and do this the other way, the regular way, and get 1554 out of it. I asked God the other day when I was taking to work on her son to give me a sign. The next day, that's the number come out of. And that's the truth. Anyway, I love y'all. Keep our soldiers, our military soldiers, keep them in our prayer. Everybody need to be praying for them, for real. I love y'all. Have a blessed day.